So I'm having a really proud mama moment right now, and I wanted to get on here and share this with you. You know, kids are an incredible gift, and sometimes they surprise us. Sometimes they see things much more clearly than we do as adults. So, what my son has demonstrated to me this week is the value of pushing through when there is difficulty. When you have a goal and you're trying to accomplish a goal, there's always going to be something unexpected that pops up. There's going to be some difficulty that pops up, and you just got to power through it. So the first thing that happened this week was they had track and field day at school, and he was running in the 400-meter dash. His shoes were totaled. The sole was coming out, and they had a hole, and it was like one of these, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how bad your shoes are. And so I ordered the shoes. I ordered him some brand new shoes, and they were supposed to come in that day. So I waited, and finally it was time to go. Still no shoes. So I got in the van, and I had turned the van on. I was ready to pull out of the driveway, and the post lady turned in. She had his shoes. I thought, awesome. This is going to be absolutely perfect. He's going to get his shoes in the nick of time. And they started a few minutes early. He was in the first group of the first event. What are the odds? I heard them announcing it as I was walking there, and the very first runners were finishing the race. I was just out of sight, and I missed it. So he was coming back out of the field whenever I got there. I gave him his shoes, and he goes, "Hey, Mom, I got third." I was like, "Hey, that's great. Got third." What? And then he told me that he had run most of the race with one shoe, because at the beginning of the race, another kid had stepped on his shoe and it had pulled off. And so he had run the whole race with one shoe. He said, "My foot hurts," because he said he got on the concrete to pass somebody, and obviously when you're running full out, concrete probably doesn't feel the best. But still, he may not have finished first or second, but he got third. And that is so much better that he would have gotten than if he had just given up. Oh, I've lost my shoe. I can't run. I got to go back and get my shoe. There goes that race. But he didn't. He pushed through and he kept on going. And then the second thing that happened just now, and like I said, I'm so proud. So he was going to do stand-up comedy in the school talent show. Who'd have thought? My kid likes the camera? Wow! He got sick last night. He said, "Mom, I don't feel good at all. I checked his temperature. He's running 100-degree fever." So I told him, "All right, why don't you just go ahead and shower, go to bed early." So he went to bed at like 7:30 last night. Kind of tried to sleep it off. This morning, he woke up, still running kind of a lower grade fever. But he'd been looking forward to this for months. And I know, according to school policy, I probably was not supposed to send him, probably wouldn't have if it'd been a regular school day. But I looked at him, and I could not look him in the eye and tell him, "You cannot go," because I knew he would be crushed. So I just kind of sat down. I was talking to him about it. "Hey, how do you feel?" And he goes, I'm not the best, but he said, I think I feel a lot better than I did yesterday." And I said, "What do you think?" And he looked me straight in the eye, and he said, "Mom, I am so tired of missing big events because I get sick at the last minute." He said, I really want to do this." I said, "Okay. But I'm taking you out right after the talent show. Right after you perform, checking you out." And he goes, "Deal." So we shook on it, and I took him to school. So he went, he performed, and he killed it. He did so good. Of course, proud mom sitting in the front row. "That's my baby!" And I'm recording the whole thing on my phone. But, any of those things could have stopped him. He would have had a legitimate excuse for not finishing the 400 meter. He would have had a legitimate excuse for not going on stage and performing in front of probably over 500 of his peers. as well as his mom and his grandparents were there too. But he said he was sitting there with all the other kids that were going to perform, and he said everybody was saying, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. And he said he was thinking to himself, I'm not. I got this. He said, I'm confident. He goes, I know I can do this. And he went out and he did great. So the take-home message for me with all this is whenever you have a goal in mind, keep your eye on the prize. Remember why you want your goal. And remember, stuff is going to happen. You're going to have unexpected stuff that you have to push through. But keep pushing through to get to your goal. Even if you don't do as well as you want, you're still going to do better than if you had not tried at all. He didn't get first place in the race. He got third. But had he stopped, he'd have been dead last. So keep pushing through. Keep running your race. Remember your why. And go and approach your goal with confidence. And believe in yourself and know that you can do it. Happy questing. Have a great weekend and God bless.